ॐ स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः।
শ্রী রামকৃষ্ণ এই বায়োগ্রাফি নামক এই সেগমেন্টে আপনাদের সবাইকে জানাই স্বাগত আর একবার। আজকের আমাদের 6th এপিসোড ব্রেড উইনিং এডুকেশন পার্ট 2 আমরা আপনাদের সামনে তুলে ধরছি। In 1757, English traders laid the foundation of British rule in India. Gradually, the government was systemized and lawlessness suppressed. The Hindus were much impressed by the military power and political acumen of the new rulers. In the wake of the merchants came the English educators and social reformers and Christian missionaries, all bearing a completely alien, all bearing a culture completely alien to the Hindu mind. Why here alien word is used? Because alien means different from the Hindu mind. In different parts of the country, educational institutions were set up and Christian churches were established. Hindu young men were offered the heavy wine of the Western culture of the late 18th and early 19th century, and they drank it to the very dregs. The first effect of the drought on the educated Hindus was a completely effacement of from their minds of the time-honored beliefs and traditions of Hindu society. They came to believe that there was no transcendental truth. The world perceived by the senses was all that existed. God and religions were illusions of the untutored mind. True knowledge could be delivered only from the analysis of nature. So, atheism and agnosticism became the fashion of the day. The youth of India, taught in English schools, took malicious delight in openly breaking the custom and tradition of the society. They would do away with the caste system and remove the discriminatory laws about food. Social reform, the spread of secular education, widow remarriage, abolition of early marriage, widow remarriage and abolition of early marriage, they considered these the panacea for degenerate condition of the Hindu society. The Christian missionaries gave the finishing touch to the process of transformation. They ridiculed as relics of the as the barbarous age the images and rituals of Hindu religion. They tried to persuade India that the teachings of her saint and seers were the cause of her downfall, that her Vedas, Puranas, and other scriptures were filled with superstition. Christianity, they maintained, had given the white races position and power in this world and assurance of happiness in the next. Therefore, Christianity was the best of all religion. Many intelligent young Hindus became converted. The man in the street was confused. The majority of the educated, who was this man here? Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa. On seeing what was happening around him, the majority of the educated grew materialistic in their mental outlook. Everyone living near Calcutta or the other strongholds of Western culture, even those who attempted to cling to the orthodox tradition of Hindu society, became infected by the new uncertainties and the new beliefs. But the soul of India was to be resuscitated through a spiritual awakening. We hear the first call of this renaissance in the spirited retort of the young Gadadhar. Brother, what shall I do? with mere bread-winning education. This was, means up to this part that I have read, was that situation going on around him, means in Calcutta, in the whole India, after the British rule, means after the coming of British. What was the condition after setting of the Christian missionaries? In one paragraph, it has clearly defined that how Hindu have changed their mind and converted into Christian. They have changed their mind. After all this, seeing all these things, situations, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna asked a single question to his brother Sri Ramakumar Chattopadhyay. Brother, what shall I do with mere bread-winning education? Because he is seeing that taking all this mere bread-winning education, what is the what was happening in the society around him? Ramkumar could hardly understand the import of his young brother's reply. He described in bright colors the happy and easy life of scholars in Calcutta society. But Gadadhar felt that the scholars, to use one of his own vivid illustrations, were like so many vultures soaring high on their wings of their uninspired intellect, with their eyes fixed on the charnel pit of greed and lust. So he stood firm, and Ramkumar had to give away. This was bread-winning education part 2. Next day, we will bring chapter 2, priest at Dakshineswar temple. I end today's segment by touching the feet of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna Paramhanshate. Thank you. Good night.
ॐ स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः।